Episodes 3 and 4 of The War Between the Land and the Sea completely change the dynamic between Barclay and Salt. What starts as diplomacy quickly turns into something far more intimate, leaving viewers with one burning question. Did Barclay and Salt actually sleep together, or is the show deliberately keeping it ambiguous? From the underwater helmet removal to their shared escape and undeniable chemistry while in hiding, these episodes blur the line between emotional connection and physical intimacy. The series never shows an explicit moment, but the tension, the silence, and the choices they make speak volumes. In this video, we break down every key scene from episodes 3 and 4, explore the symbolism behind their connection, and explain why the show may be intentionally avoiding a clear answer. We'll also look at how their relationship ties into the larger conflict between humans and the Homo Aqua, and why love itself might be the most dangerous act in a world heading toward war. By the end, you'll have a clear understanding of what did happen, what didn't, and what this relationship means for the future of the series. Episode 3 of The War Between the Land and the Sea wastes absolutely no time, reminding us how fragile this entire peace mission really is. We open with Barclay arriving at Blackport, a naval base where a very unusual group of people has been gathered. This isn't just military muscle. It's scientists, diplomats, and specialists all selected by lottery, and they're expected to be trained as deep-sea divers in record time. Not shallow dives either. We're talking about depths humans were never meant to reach, and somehow Barclay is allowed to demand access to these uncharted waters, because he claims he made an agreement on behalf of all humanity. No pressure, right? Pretty quickly, reality sets in. Kirby straight up tells Barclay that there is no scenario where this ends well. Either the Homo Aqua wipe humanity out, or humans destroy themselves first. And to make things worse, Barclay has become a global punching bag. People see him as a sellout, a bootlicker, a man smiling politely while the world burns. But behind closed doors, we finally see the cracks. Alone with his ex-wife, Barclay breaks down. For the first time, he admits he's terrified. He's not fearless, he's just holding it together better than most. Then comes the descent. The team boards a helicopter, and tensions skyrocket. Ted, who's been all about teamwork until now, starts showing real fear. Ravi, one of the scientists, looks like a man who won the wrong lottery and is desperately trying not to panic. Ironically, Ted is the one calming him. At least at first, because once they enter the spherical dive vessel, everything flips. Ted starts spiraling, and that's when we learn he's carrying a so-called diplomatic gift for Salt and the Sea Devils, a carved wooden globe that feels suspicious from the start. Back on land, Kate walks into an international meeting only to realize she's already lost control of the narrative. The word war is being thrown around casually, and the real decisions aren't being made by politicians. They're being made by businessmen. And yes, someone actually calls her love in a global diplomatic meeting. Not great. As soon as Kate leaves, the Prime Minister's pushed towards something called Severance, a mysterious plan that's supposedly going to solve everything. Spoiler, it absolutely won't. Meanwhile, deep underwater, disaster strikes. The dive vessel suddenly slips out of unit's control. No one knows who's piloting it anymore. Panic spreads except for Barclay. Somehow, he stays calm. Austin Pierce does too. The rest are barely holding it together. When they finally arrive, it's clear they're not at the ocean floor. They step into what looks like a massive cocoon, warm, breathable almost, welcoming. Salt appears and asks Barclay one simple question. Do you trust me? He says yes. She removes his helmet. And just like that, Barclay realizes he can breathe underwater. As they walk deeper, Salt pulls him aside. They touch hands, not romantically, but curiously. There's something connecting them, something neither fully understands, and casually, Salt mentions she can hear human thoughts. Because apparently, we think too loudly. Then everything goes wrong. Ted presents the gift. It's not a gift at all. It's a weapon designed to wipe out sea devils en masse. A declaration of war. Barclay reacts instantly, throwing himself over Salt as the device activates. Salt barely manages to save him, pulling them both out at the last second. But everyone else, Ted, Ravi, Pierce, they're gone. Dead. At the exact same moment, back on land, Kate is targeted by a sniper. Her partner, Ibrahim, steps in front of the bullet and is killed instantly. Kate survives, barely. Episode 4 begins in chaos. Salt and Barclay escape the ocean locked together. Literally. That's how she saves him. Kate escapes the sniper thanks to being on the phone with Shirley, who immediately takes control of UNIT. Then the final nail drops. A deepfake video of Salt circulates worldwide, declaring war on humanity and taking responsibility for the explosion. The world believes it instantly, but Barclay knows the truth. Salt is innocent. What we learn next is even darker. The real enemy isn't politicians. It's a shadowy group of billionaires called The Institute. They believe the Homo Aqua will replace humanity, so their solution is simple: genocide. And Kate stands directly in their way. Things get messier when connections emerge between Ted, a man named Keith, and Kate's attempted assassin. Keith conveniently turns up dead, and suddenly the American general is fixing things, which honestly makes him look even more suspicious. Barclay then does something reckless and very on brand. He steals the truck Salt is trapped in and drives it straight into the ocean. But Salt can't go home either. She's been disowned by her own people. Tide, a new Sea Devil leader, announces that humans now have 5 years to fix everything, or the oceans will turn to rust. Salt must be returned immediately. While hiding together, Salt and Barclay finally give in to their connection. But it's bittersweet. Salt admits that if she returns, she'll be alone forever, a soulless shark cut off from her kind. So they make a plan. North Wales, lakes, waterfalls. Salt becomes the witch of the waterfalls. It almost works, until a phone call exposes them. UNIT realizes the war video is fake, but soldiers are already closing in. The episode ends with Salt unleashing a sonic scream, dropping everyone to their knees. Barclay tells her to run. She dives into the ocean as he's dragged away, shouting that he'll never let her swim alone. Sentimental? Absolutely. But in a world choosing war, Barclay choosing love might be the most radical act of all. And that's where the war between the land and the sea leaves us, for now. Thank you for watching.